are, I would say, living proof, that
Definitely.
mobility is in our DNA, right?
Yes, exactly. Like I remember 6 years ago when I was joining the company, I remember that in my, I don't know, second or third interview with my former manager, I said in the end of the interview like something, just for you to know, it's a dream for me to have international opportunity, to have like here over the sea. So it's something that you must consider if you decide to hire me. And if you think that this company is not providing me this kind of opportunity, please, we are not like, try to not to close this position with me because I would prefer to be in another place. And here I am.
But
like
you know what I really love about that is that you actually mentioned that in the hiring discussion, right? Like
exactly.
before you started, and you had, and you also told me that you had never lived outside of Brazil, right?
Exactly.
To that point. So
it's a interesting story because I was dreaming about that in my early 20s. I was working in different companies and different departments in HR always, but I could see a lot of people moving to different countries to have like an international experience, professionally speaking, and it was like a dream for me to have something like that, you know. So I set this goal when I was really young, and I was trying to prepare my career and to develop my skills, considering this personal goal that I set it for myself. Yeah. And it was funny because like for me, these kind of things, like when I was talking about that in my interview, like during the hiring process, it was something that I was trying to establish from the scratch. Like we are starting a new chapter right now, and it's important for you as my manager to understand that this is my dream, this is my career goal. So I want to invite you to be a sponsor of it, as I am trying so hard to get that. So I think it's this kind of behavior is something really important for everyone who is dreaming about that. I don't know what kind of behaviors for you, what kind of attitudes for you, it's quite important for this process too. I would love to hear from you about that.
Yeah, so for me this is already lesson number one. Yeah, so it's always good to spend time and learn a few things from it. So to me, lesson number one so far in terms of mobility and specifically internal mobility, what we're trying to focus on today, is the being proactive. Yeah, you cannot always wait for everything to come to you. I mean, there is a famous Kennedy quote, if I'm not mistaken, about don't ask what the government can do for you or what the country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country, and it's not fully transferable, but in a way, it's like if you want to move, if you want to be mobile, don't only wait until the company comes to you and says, "Wait, I have the perfect position for you. You're super fit, so please do that." You know, it has to do with yourself as well. You need to want it, and you need to stand in and stand up for your dreams. And if your dream is to move across continents and across oceans, so to say, then this is exactly the right way to address it. You address it early, you address it with your manager, with your future manager, and you make it very clear it's a priority for you. And I love that. You know, that's exactly the way how it works. Yeah.